Good morning, everybody. So it's a gorgeous Saturday morning. Now a little frosty, but it is still a beautiful Saturday morning. Now if you see in the background there, we've got a nice old Cutlass 70, I think, and then we've got Matt's truck. That's a 1998 K1500 with a 350, and then of course we have the lunch truck. So today what we're going to try and accomplish is quite a little bit of stuff, but really it's all simple. Okay, so on the lunch truck we're going to repin the headlight connectors to work with the LED headlights we bought. Then we're going to install the LED headlights, double check that they work. We've got a power wire to install for the heater. Then we have to seam seal the floor on the driver's side. There's a patch there that just needs to be sealed in for now. Then we got to dig up a washer fluid reservoir, put new hoses on the washer nozzles. Then we got to fire it up, road test it, maybe a little carb tuning, make sure the tranny's shifting right, and that will wrap up the lunch truck. Then on Matt's truck, we got to replace the spark plug wires, check the cap and rotor for carbon tracking, and road test it to make sure that we got his misfire fixed. Same thing with Carl's car. We got to replace the plug wires and road test it. So that's where we're at. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Everybody's in the house having some breakfast right now. I'm going to go in and join them, and then we're going to get to work. Alright guys, so here's our LED headlights we picked up from Amazon, and these are the jumper harnesses off the truck. This goes to the main wire harness, this goes to the high beam, this goes to the low beam. They are wired differently for the LEDs. LEDs are polarity sensitive, regular incandescent bulbs aren't. So right now I'm just making a jumper wire, and once we get the jumper wire done, we will start testing. So we got our power, we got our ground, and we got our lights. So looking at these, it looks like I'll be able to get, I gotta find out which one is common. So I'm gonna go to white and
I can't count.
white and red.
We need one more.
So
have our moments.
now, but that doesn't light up. The red are in different locations. So I go to black, I get that one. Red, I get that one. So what I'm gonna do is figure this out. So with black being my common, or what my common? No, see now it don't work.
I talk all the time here.
Not really. Okay, if I go, so that is common, so that means that the black is going to be ground, I believe. There's one beam, there's the other beam. That's high beam, that's low beam. Yeah, low beam's got half of it lit. High beam's got them all lit. Wow, that's breaking. Now I got a bunch of spots in my eyes. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So that means that if I go to the red, and this one, and then the white over here, we've got high beam. Alright, so high beam is straight across. The right hand side is going to be our ground, so the black will be our ground. Okay, I can swap these. So I got what I'm going to use for a pin terminal, and we just have to slide it in, down, beside the connector, this little gap down here. This is these older connectors, but a lot of newer ones are really close to the same. And we just got to force the tab that holds it in. And then, oh, not yet. Actually, I'll try to get all of them. That way, we can just rewire all at once. Got two. Just the black one being stubborn is all. There's all three. And they look pretty clean, actually. There's that tab that we were bending right there. So then we just take that tab, we push it back out. Just nice and gently. We don't gotta force it or be crazy with it. That one's a little rough, but there. Because if you force them too much, then you're just gonna break them. And then you got nothing that'll hold the connector in. So there, just push out a little bit, and she's exposed enough to catch. Do that to all of them. Wire terminals, you got to be gentle with them. Now, our white is our common. And then because we've got red going to both sides, that's going to be high beam, and black is going to be our low beam. So what we'll do is this. We are going to take the white, and it's going to go in the right hand side connector. There, see, just push it. The red is going to go in the left hand side connector. And the black is going to go up top. And you see there's a little groove at the bottom of the connector. And that's where the tab needs to go. Just slide it until you hear a click. There. Done. Now you can see all three terminals are at the end of the connector. Now, on this guy, I technically didn't need to because I could have just flipped them around. But white and red. So if I did that right, I should be able to plug in both of these lights. And then take my ground wire, hook it to the white one. See? Hope I don't blind you. If I did this right, then I hook up to the black wire and I should get a low beam. Yep, you can see not all the LEDs are lit up. And if I hook to the red wire, I get both sets, and that's our high beam. And that's going to be pretty good for the dark roads out here at night, especially with winter coming on. Alright. So just like that, we got one done. Now we got to do a second one, and we'll test it to make sure. And then we're literally plug and play into the harness. I'm going to put these in. Nice. You want to plug that one on? Yeah. It goes right there, and then the two prong sticks through this hole in the bottom.
Okay. The way it is will be plenty enough.
It will be plenty enough.
Yeah. Into kind of like I did there with the 90s Vortex or whatever.
Well, I got low beam.
You have low beam.
Both?
Both, yeah.
Okay, here's high beam.
And high beam, yeah. You got a high beam.
Alright.
Nice. Yeah, man. But yeah, so they were asking me because, you know, like the 90s stuff has the Boss.
Well, there we have it, guys. It's been chilling off pretty good, and I still got to dig out the rest of my winter clothes, so we're not going to go too much further on this now. But the headlights are done. We even got the guards, the gravel guards back on. which Brooke was insistent on, and I'm quite happy to do it, frankly, because it'll keep some protection on those lights. But if I turn it on, there we go, headlights and high beams. So now, as for the rest of the list that we saw, well, we repinned the headlight connector, good. We installed the LED headlights, good. We tested them, they're perfect. It was too cold to apply the seam sealer, it would never set up. Then I thought about the heater. I'm like, well, I'll rewire the heater because it's got some melted wires. I ended up making a whole new harness for the heater, and finding out that somebody had already been in here. It had melted around the fuse, which is a common thing on these older Dodges. I've seen many fuse panels with the ends melted out of them. But at the end of the day, I fixed all that, but now it looks like our blower motor that was working good, I'm having a grounding issue. So it's just a little more. But I'll save that for another day. And then we just got it fired up, put the washer fluid nozzles on it. Well, the nozzles are on it. We got to put new hose and a new washer tank, which I have a washer tank now, but again, we just got to install it. So we kind of got a third of our list done, which we also got Carl's car figured out. We got partway on Matt's truck, but we didn't have enough terminal ends to make new spark plug wires for his truck, is what it is. So we're going to leave it at a very minimal partial win, and now that the wind's kicking up a little bit, I'm getting a little chilly. So thanks for following along. Hope you enjoyed the video, and even hope it was a little informative for you. We'll see you on the next one, guys.